Yo guys, and welcome back to another Doctor Who video, and welcome back to another Doctor Who theory video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about the 2024 Christmas special, which is coming out this Christmas. And we're going to be talking about a couple of different things, about potential plot lines where things have been set, a load of new information which has just came out about the Christmas special, as well as the potential return. And I say potential because, well, they could be potentially returning as the villain to this episode, or could not be the villain to this episode, which could be very interesting. Of course, we're talking about the return of the Silurians, or Silurians, however you want to, pronounce it. But before we do get into this video and delve into this theory video, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, and I'm going to be making brand new Doctor Who videos every single week. As I can tell, you guys have been enjoying a couple of my recent Doctor Who videos, so I want to carry on creating more Doctor Who content for all of you people who are enjoying it on the channel. And if you're new to this channel and you like Doctor Who videos and all that cool stuff, I'm going to be doing a lot more Doctor Who content on this channel as well, so please do hit that subscribe button. I'd massively appreciate it, and it does really help me out with this channel as well. And it doesn't stop at Doctor Who theory videos. When the trailer comes out, I plan to do a bit of a trailer breakdown and discuss my thoughts on the trailer. And I also have a couple of other videos coming out as well. I've got a prop replica on the way of the 14th Doctor sonic screwdriver, which is currently being built. So when that is done, I will be doing a full review of that, as well as the character options sonic screwdriver toy, as well as some other cool stuff from character options coming very, very soon as well on the channel. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Doctor Who news and all that stuff, as well as all these cool little reviews which could be pretty cool on this channel. But yeah, enough with all of that. Let's get into this video, because there is actually quite a lot to talk about in this video, and yeah, I've got to get started. So, Christmas special. It is confirmed that the Christmas special will be released on the 25th of December, as basically, well, it was leaked, but we basically knew anyway, because it's a Christmas special, and they always release them on Christmas Day. So, yeah, pretty obvious one. But expanding upon this, we know now that the name of the Christmas special is Joy to the World, and it is starring a brand new character named Joy as well, who seems to be quite an interesting character, and potential, she feels like she could be a companion, possibly. For all I know, personally, of this, she's only meant to be in this one episode. I could be wrong though, because they have done this before in Doctor Who, where they've had a character just pop up in a random episode and then pop back in the future. I mean, look at River Song, for example. You had her in Silence of the Library, and then you had her pop back in the Matt Smith era. So it's quite yeah, it's pretty interesting, this whole character. And as well, you've got Joy as the character name, and then Joy to the World, which is very, very poetic. And speaking of poetic, this special is written by the amazing and wonderful Stephen Moffat. Personally, one of my favourite, if not my favourite, Doctor Who writer. Now, for a little bit of background for people who don't know, when I started watching Doctor Who, my very first full series, which I watched on TV whilst it was being released, was Series 5. So Stephen Moffat does hold a little special place in my heart for that reason, and the Matt Smith era was just it was amazing, and I loved that intro into Doctor Who, and I think he did a great job with that era, personally. So, yeah. written by Stephen Moffat, and we have had already an official clip be released, because basically Russell T Davies and Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson turned up to the San Diego Comic-Con, I believe. San Diego Comic-Con. It was a big event, basically, a big science fiction event, and we had a lot of crossover talk, and basically they shared a big stage in that event with Star Trek. And during this event they made a couple of announcements. One announcement which I will actually be dropping a video on, and another announcement which I will be also dropping a video on, so stay tuned and subscribe and smash a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far. But yeah, talking about this whole panel, they did actually release a clip from the episode, which is actually kind of unusual, because I thought maybe they would have released a little teaser trailer, or possibly even an official trailer. But probably not an official trailer, because it is a bit early to be releasing an official trailer. But a teaser trailer, you could definitely get away with releasing now. But they've decided to actually go ahead and drop a full clip from the episode, and not a short clip as well by any means. This clip is a few minutes long, and this is a very odd decision to me, because I thought they want to keep it as under wraps as possible, and we are still in July, so it's a bit odd. I'm not gonna lie that they've released this clip, especially with what this clip reveals, because we really didn't know a lot about this Christmas special. We knew it was going to be written by Stephen Moffat, and that this new character called Joy was in it, but apart from that, that is realistically all we knew about this Christmas special. And when I look at the clip, you can tell it's written by Stephen Moffat, and you can tell it's one of them Stephen Moffat Christmas specials, which I'm very, very excited for. First of all, I'm just going to say the range of locations and time periods that are used in this clip for this Christmas special, which I can imagine will be one of the first clips within the episode. It seems to be placed very, very early on, maybe even pre-title sequence, which, by the way, I hope, just a little side note, I hope they do tweak the title sequence to give it like a Christmassy theme, because when they did that in the Capaldi era, oh, it was amazing. I just loved I love the attention to detail when they do tweak little things like that on Doctor Who, and I think it's very, very cool. But back to this episode. Yeah, basically we get a range of different locations from past, like World War times, I believe. But we definitely get like Orient Express era, we get modern day era, and a lot of different things as well. And obviously there's a clip that introduces Joy, which is quite interesting as well. We get to feel a little bit of how this character is going to be, and to be fair, so far from what I've seen, she seems to be a really, really great character, which is great. But this does also lean into the next big topic of discussion in this video, which is the title and thumbnail of this whole video. In the hotel scene, we figure out that the Silurians are back. Now, we haven't seen them since, like, Madame Vastra and the whole Paternoster gang, with like Strax and Madame Vastra, and we've actually got a brand new actor in to play the Silurian as well, which I think is a really, really nice little touch, that we get a brand new like face in the mask sort of thing, which I think is very, very cool. But yeah, this is very, very interesting, because usually when we see this, like, my first thoughts were maybe the Silurians are like maybe they're the main villain of this Christmas special. But part of me thinks that maybe they're not the main villain. And the only part of me saying that is, why would Doctor Who release the information on who the main villain is, like 5 or 6 months before this episode is about to air? It does seem a little bit like they wouldn't do that, because that kind of just spoils the surprise of having them in it. So that makes me feel like maybe they are just there, or maybe they are just kind of like a part of, like, I'm interested to see like where they fit into this storyline, because they kind of seem like they're just put there in this like hotel, which is kind of interesting. And we have seen Silurians actually being like good characters. Like we had Madame Vastra as, you know, a good character who, you know, is an ally of the Doctor and helps the Doctor. So will we see this again in this episode, or will we see them being a bit more villainous, like how we saw them in The Hungry Earth and Cold Blood back in Series 5 of Doctor Who? So a lot of questions to be asked, which will be answered obviously in the Christmas special. And yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on what we have to work with for this episode. Obviously we've got quite a bit of material out there, and I'm looking forward to seeing a trailer of some sorts released for this episode as well. And there is obviously a couple more announcements which were announced at this Comic-Con event. But I'm going to be doing separate videos on them separate announcements, because I feel like they all deserve a video of their own. So I'm going to be doing that and really going into detail of all of the information we have at that time about that announcement. So that basically wraps it up for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe as always. And I'll see you all in the next video.